we are very separate from the rest of the species on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a look at a little bit of single cells, cluster of cells, and then grouped cells, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's almost like the starting block. You need this one along with these ones, yes? Which you could look at the sperm versus the egg, yes?
Yeah.
But there's a middle piece which enables these to group together, which then makes a grouped cell. So you have a cluster of cells and a single cell.
Mm-hmm.
When they come together, they combine to make a grouped cells, which is what we are.
Yeah.
So we go from sperm, egg, action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The glue in the middle, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that binds us. So you could say fusion, yes?
Yeah.
As you just read then. But yet, when we look at this on a little bit more venturing out, right, that separates humans, everything in reality is coded. It's all coded. Not coded in a way with computer ones and zeros, no. Let's say we remove away from that. So yes, mathematicians will see it this way. Others that are doing computer programming may see the same way. Whatever helps you, that works for you. That's your area.
Mm-hmm.
If you come with those mathematical formulas, I'd like to take those mathematical formulas and just add the pictures into it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you're seeing pictures in mathematics, yes?
Mm-hmm.
The group of maths equals to a result.
Mm-hmm.
So you can build words from it. It's no different from, let's say, the Mark Zuckerberg would program something, yes? Ones and zeros, mathematicians, different things like that, yes?
Yeah.
Now, by him doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I can go to Facebook and then just type it.
Yeah.
I don't need to put in all the ones and zeros.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did the hard work,
yeah.
So that you can just go there and...
Mm-hmm.
So you could look at it another way. So it would be ones and zeros to formulate a rectangle, yes?
Yeah.
And different sequence of ones and zeros may create an oval.
Mm-hmm.
Now, rather than me doing all of that massive amount of work there,
yeah.
painstakingly doing that,
mm-hmm.
just to get a simple shape, yes?
Yeah.
I can just take the shape that's already been made by somebody else. We all walk on the shoulders of giants, right? So you have the person that made the shapes, then the computer platform for you to sit on, and then you, the user, takes that shape that all of these chain events have happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a bit like this, chain of events.
Yeah.
And it gets even more interesting when we utilize hologram.
Mm-hmm.
That's a step up. And there again, if you fuse it with the computer programming that is available and intelligence, AI, I can just say, build me this.
Yeah.
Okay, drop the backdrop a little bit. More stars. Dim down the stars in the background. Put a planet in the middle. Earth. It knows what Earth is based on what you've just said. Very simply, yes? But technically, someone behind the scenes had to create that already.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else had to make the AI, and then they had to understand all of this. So yeah, you can understand that that is a programming.
Mm-hmm.
But when we look at it as this, it's a series of patterns. You with me so far? A lot of patterns.
Yes, I am with you. I can't see them
So
very
life
well.
is similarly done in that aspect, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what? Single cell, cluster of cells, but they've got to be able to group together. A piece of glue, bit in the middle, bit that you just don't, you can't quite see it because it seems like it's the edge. Two of these coming together, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we go from, let's say, egg, we're going to use a caterpillar version on this.
Mm-hmm.
This is how reality can appear to be programmed.
Yeah.
Not programmed in the sense, right? And then we've had a lot of religion, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
From ancients to formulating now, yes?
Yeah.
Their understanding of this inner driving force.
Mm-hmm.
In order to gain intelligence,
Yeah.
how intelligent are you?
Mm-hmm.
Something has been removed from this process.
Mm-hmm.
Not completely. It's still there. But you've got to utilize your intelligence in order for it to become apparent. We'll get into that in a minute. That will make sense as we go in. So I often look at this as 1, 2, and 3, yes? 1, 2, 3, and then we go from here 1, 2, 3. I want to keep that kind of hidden for a bit. Hold on a second.
I can't see very well the green.
Is it too bright?
Anyway. It just doesn't. There's no contrast, so.
Does it help?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got 1, 2. So a beginning, meaning 1, come from somewhere.
Yeah.
2, heading somewhere. It's going to enter into something which makes 3, beginning, and then it makes 4, outcome. And then we have 1 and 2 within the caterpillar, small, got to eat, grow, yes? So you then have 1 versus 2 heading somewhere.
Yeah.
Chrysalis, got to come into, form it. 3, 4.
Yeah.
Next version out here is 5, the waiting stage. Then we go again, 1, 2, and then in death, 3, 4. 5, 6. It keeps on increasing in a factor of 1. Factor of 1. There's something a bit more beyond here. So we could say death, which have drawn it as energy.
Yeah.
We prep in, something comes out. Because this begins to break down. Something has left. Something is no longer there. You'll say, well, it's because of the yes. Okay, fair enough. To me, on a different way of understanding it, there is a 5, 6, 7, 8, and it goes on again for 1, 2. And then this one will lead up to 6, next one's 7, next one's 8. So you could even argue that this one is the 7th, depending on this factor here, to that, to 6, to 7, to 8. Now, I'm going to play around with it, and I'm going to say it. I might even get egg on my face, but still. What if there's a hidden mechanism that you just can't see? A bit beyond this. It is there. I see it. Humans are the ones that have an exception to the rule. So do most life forms on the planet. So when we were thinking about religion, it's trying to understand this process, yeah?
Yep.
This why, this question, this looking up. And the butterfly versus caterpillar gives us a clue into this window.
Yeah.
It's this bit here. Humans get stuck on this bit here. Young, middle-aged, old, and then we jump to death, which is here. What are these missing links here? Do you see it, that there's a process eerily missing?
Yeah.
We seem to have this trimester here and then nothing. And you would be like, well, it's like it with other animals as well, right? Land animals. No, there's a clue in this. What do you think our missing link is? What about if I help you understand chrysalis, which again is another version of grouped cells within themselves? Then there's a transformation, and then there's this hesitancy. This here is interesting to me. You know when the butterfly hatches from the chrysalis? It's technically not a butterfly then. It's a walk or a crawl. And then it's waiting. Well, what's it waiting for? Well, to develop its wings to then go on to be a butterfly. No. No, that hesitance there, that's something's checking.
Yeah.
Something is examining, figuring something out. Now again, with this process here, it's quicker than human evolution, right? That's why I'm very fascinated with this process, even in the death ratio. The pattern doesn't fit the sequence. And we got these cells here, which we can look at in a bit more of a... So the human versus this process seems to be eerily similar. So we can say sperm, egg, outcome, pause, jump. It's also like this with the periodic table. They call it the island. That there's this gap. Did you know that?
Yeah,
And during fusion, there's the island where they have to jump or they swim towards the island. It sort of misses quite a few and then continues on further down the line. That's another pattern again. That's another clue. That is exactly the same as this. Now, religion helps us go deep within and try and help us understand what this is all about. And then the irony is we end up tapping into something else, which we then start to question. Have you ever wondered why people are trying to remove religion out of the framework?
No. No, I haven't.
But you've noticed it, though.
Yeah,
yes?
I've noticed
that it's
it.
really dwindling down.
Yeah.
So it is on religion to formulate the next version. Yes, to evolve. Evolving leads to success. Always. What if someone knows what this missing gap is? Now, we know human behavior, yes?
Yeah.
I've told you that I know some people that have come out of prison and they want to get back in it.
Yeah. Yes, you have.
Yeah? When you're looking at it that way, you're looking like, wait, what? Freedom now is not it. They're willing to sacrifice their freedom. In the beginning, they weren't willing to sacrifice their freedom. You know, you're going to be, and I'm going to sentence you to jail. Oh no, please, not jail, right? So the fear of it, right? All that fearing up and everything else. And then when they get there, they accept it. And then they do their time, and they come out, and they want to go back.
Yeah.
And then we often look at that, which everybody does, don't we? We question, whoa, what the hell? Why? And you seem baffled. Look at yourself. Look at your society. What's it done? It's institutionalized itself.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
All of us. Every single one of us that are living in society, for the best part since the 1800s until now, what have we done? We've institutionalized ourselves. Good leaders break the institutionalized. It's not civilization, it should be called institutionalization, because that's what we are. We're caged on a planet. Isn't that interesting? Don't you find that very interesting that we won't go to space because we need to have this job? And look at the way we're doing things, right? We often are making shitty situations in companies so that we have a place for people to work.
Yeah.
Why? There ain't enough work for people to work in companies. Let's put it this way. There's more people than there are spaces and placements in employment.
Yeah.
Then what happens usually? The pattern? The drum beat. Boom, boom, boom. And then we end up getting wiped out. And this is nothing more than people that want to hold on to power.
Yeah.
They love this complacency. They love this institutionalization. Why? Because if we jump towards space, what are they? And then all of the people around, yes, would be asking the same question. Where would I fit? I'd feel like an outsider. I want to go back to the prison. Be in Earth. That's the bizarre thing, right? Once you jump towards space and it starts to become easier, which it does. It's so easy. It seems like it's really difficult. No, I'm making mountains out of molehills. I tell you what is difficult. Going through another year's worth of this shite here. That's difficult. We get so institutionalized. The missing link is space. We leave, go into a spaceship, chrysalis. We then begin to have that pause ratio. You know, where the butterfly hatches from the chrysalis, it has that moment where it waits.
Yeah.
That will be us. change, evolution. Then human 3.0. Here's the missing link. So we got the change ratio, the chrysalis, and then we've got the butterfly. The spaceship is the egg. Think about it. Think about it logically. Are we going to change when we go to space? Are we going to lose bone density?
Yeah.
Here's the missing link. It aligns so perfectly with this change. Now, why does the butterfly, when it formulates from chrysalis, it's debating which way to go?
Yeah.
That to me, I look at that and I think, what if we were in a spaceship and we took the butterfly with us? What would this change ratio do? Well, it would have no need for wings, though, would it? So this is sped up evolution to me. This is like human. As soon as I sit here playing with this, I can't leave it alone. I got to keep picking at it.
Yeah.
Because humans get to this stage and it stops, and then we jump over here. No. We get there through 1, 2, 3, which is spacecraft change space. Bone density. We're going to change all the life forms that we manage to pick up and take up with us. That's what separates us from the animals, right? That we have the ability to do something about our fate. And it's almost like the almighty high or divine or collected or universe says, I'll give you some intelligence. What are you going to do with it? Stay here and play Monopoly? Which doesn't work? Come on, calculate it. We'll have to go to war or whatnot, get the numbers down and then expand it again. Why? Where are the placement for the leaders? Not all leaders. It's almost like there is a shadowy group, hidden family somewhere that doesn't want to go. Because they start asking about the monopoly situation and where would we go? What would we have? Who would we control? Where's our family going to fit? Institutionalized. Got to keep things exactly the same. No change. No this. Let's get rid of the religion. Why? Well, because it's making people think. They're questioning outside the box. We need to suppress people and make them follow the script. Come on. If they end up realizing all of that potential and go towards it, what are we?
Nothing.
With all of this, here, it's much more difficult to get to. We have the money, we can control people to go and get those resources. Then what can we do? Well, then that means it's so much more difficult. We can then control the flow of these resources.
Yeah.
And it fits with another narrative. How come some parts of this world are really poor? Well, because you know how difficult it is to get that? You know how rare these stuff is? There isn't enough. It's a load of bollocks. That brings more people into the equation, right? Our monopoly system is buckling at the seams already. What do you want to do? Go and add some more people to it? Well done, Bright Sparks. We're busting at the seams so much, we need to have a war. We've got to get those numbers down a little bit, you know? I guess you're the same ones that, what should we do with the rats? Should we give them some poison? RSPCA like, that's okay, I'll stamp that. Animals in packaging, I'll stamp that. RSPCA, yes. Would you agree of war? I will stamp it too. We got more things towards, you know, this was a true thing that people that were put into asylums, zoos were paid more money for the animals to be looked after than people in asylum.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, let's see that behaviour is still happening today. Oh, don't worry, these animals were killed humanely. You humans, we're gonna drop dirty fucking bombs on you. Inhumane as fuck, right? Whoa, what's the most evilest bomb we could make? What about fucking nuclear? Smokers die a horrible and painful death. Yay, let's go to war. Smokers die a horrible and painful death. That is an interesting thing. You mean to tell me that radiation is not going to cause the same...
Of course it is.
And there's something else that's a little bit more concerning about that. What if those pictures on the packet, you know, smokers have this damage to their teeth.
Yeah.
If there's an ingredient in their 2 damaged teeth.
Yeah.
This one is lungs. Are they putting ingredients in there? Because you're addicted to it anyway, right?
Yeah.
And then, listen to this. You pay attention to this. Radiation creates cancer. Radiation also gets rid of cancer.
Yeah.
So why do smokers need radiation?
Do they?
So you mean to
Because
tell me
there's
that tobacco
radiation?
contains radiation then? Which then triggers cell malfunction, which then needs radiation to remove it. I mean, this is baffling, right?
Yeah.
And then where would I draw the line? Asbestos houses, lead in paint, lead in petrol, lead in gases, lead in fuel, arsenic medicine. I mean, E numbers. Got to fat the animals up a little bit.
Yeah.
I ask these questions because at the end of the day, we should be asking these questions. Ain't no good walking in obedience. So what does radiation have to do with tobacco then?
Shouldn't have anything to do with tobacco, should it?
It's a very interesting thing to me. That's a very weird thing indeed. Sugar destroys your teeth. No, having lack of dentists does. Honestly, think it's sugar? Or is it the lack of dentists? Lack of dentists pre-Victoria? Victorian?
Yeah.
Rapid onset of bad teeth. Then a time where teeth were managed and to be fixed.
Yeah.
Free from socialism.
Yeah.
Then imperialism comes along and goes, you know what, we want to take that away.
Yeah.
And then what do we start to see? Rapid onset of now tooth decay.
Yeah.
If people are debating whether to turn on their heating or have meals with families,
Right.
you mean to tell me they've got money for privatized dentistry? And this is insight. This should be a wake-up call to people. They collapse your NHS, and what do you reckon you're going to have?
Nothing.
Loads of people dying from horrible diseases. Oh, we haven't seen these since Victorian times. Do you know what that is? That's a you problem, that is. That's because you didn't do this, this, and this. No, it's because we're complacent on a planet. And society has become very toxic. But we're too institutionalized to give a shit about it. So this hesitant stage here, if on a spacecraft, do you think the wings will develop?
Something will?
No, I think they won't.
No.
Because it relies on gravity, doesn't it? And when you're in space, well, what's the outcome? This is no longer suffice.
Something else will happen, won't it?
Question I got is how the hell does something like this know it? Well, because that's following a creator's path, right?
Yeah.
And when we go into our own, we have this same hesitation stage where evolution is debating how to formulate. So what we would say is deform, but we would never see it, you see, because it's so subtle.
Yeah.
It's like aging or growth. The evolution process is quite slow. If they took a picture and looked back, hang on a minute, animals that we take up with us, see, that's the intelligence. That's real intelligence. Intelligence is not about how much you can think. Well, it kind of is, but really, this is the true version of intelligence, the outer intelligence. Can you think up a thought that allows you to take on space? Yes. Can you take on a thought that allows you to build a habitat in space to support you? Yes. Can you also support nature? Well, you need to, but yes. Can you support animals and take them with you? And the answer is yes. Can you take the elements off the planet? Yes. Can you take water? Yes. So you'd have to build it on socialism, yes?
Yeah.
You understand that it would be socialism.
Yeah.
Or what? We stay here and we take a universal basic wage. To do what? To then pour into job centres. To what? Jump through some hoops? What? To be experimented on? To have the money limited so that we'll have to debate whether eating or not, and the last thing people are going to be thinking about is having children in that environment. And then what? Are we going to have to limit the amount of kids that we're allowed to have? Do you see how that just doesn't
make sense, does it?
So I think the missing link is, again, is space.
Yeah.
Humans go into the spacecraft, begin evolving in this environment, new environment. Assuming that you are floating, which I think most people love. Do you ever get it that ask anyone what their favorite, if they can have a superpower, what would it be? Do you know, on average, it's flying.
Yeah.
Ask any child. They're honest, they're uncorrupted from a society, really. They'll look up, see a bird and go, I would like to fly. Yeah, me too. What about floating? When you're in space, you fly. Float, but still, fly. You become the frickin' helium. I bet we'll still try and get into beds. Can you imagine that? Just drifting around, falling asleep. Do you have to sleep inside a sling and push you up against something? Or could you float?
Yeah. You could float.
Do you reckon that would be an optimal amount of sleeping? That you know, even for us to lay down, we often overlook this because we think, oh yeah, this bed is well comfortable. No, wrong. No, it's not. You've just become complacent to it. You believe that it is because you know nothing or. You don't know the or.
Yeah, you don't know anything else.
So I wonder if astronauts in space, when they come down, they find it really hard to get comfortable on a bed. That is just a prediction. It aches. They ache. They adjust quickly back into the routine, yes, but there must be a period of time where the bed is painful. See, for us to lay down, for us to lay on anything, no matter how soft it is, it's going to compact, causing pressure. That pressure is going to be pushing all unevenly on the body. Even the atmosphere itself. But anyway, but still. So again, we were talking in our last video about the optimal human functionality, basically, to reach all of this. So it is about what you eat. It's about the water that you drink. for a happy plant, what does it need? Well, it requires a lot of stuff. Soil gets a bit in the way. Again, it can choose whether to drop its leaves or not.
Yeah.
No longer dropping leaves means that you don't overdo your resources into waste material.
Mm-hmm.
And what's more, they can take waste and convert this into more roots. Don't get me wrong. But again, they will transform that energy into leaf matter,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
into growth, into producing fruit. Hydroponic is quite a good way.
Yeah.
But again, for us to eat all of this stuff, mix it in with a load of chemicals, the problem is waste.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing, bones and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
You then slowly but surely begin to convert all of your resources into waste product,
Yeah.
which then builds up. You'll say bones are crystal.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you could dissolve all the crystals on the planet, this planet would be toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
When you think about it, bone is crystal. And again, just by having the processes on the planet just works.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is not just affecting salt water,
Mm-hmm.
it's also interacting with the crust.
Yeah.
So is the sun.
Yeah.
Gravity. This happens to leach through it creates ripples. This allows the water to knock out certain mineral content and collect others, which allows salt crystals or crystals to form.
Mm-hmm.
Also the evaporation process too, don't get me wrong, but again, leaching through. It's no different if you were to take a instrument, fill it up with a load of different mediums.
Yeah.
Since survival,
Mm-hmm.
and this will be a long stake, you can push it into the ground and through all of that leafy matter,
Mm-hmm.
you can then start to get water come through. And what's more, the water is knocked out all of the grit. If you were to keep doing this for long periods of time, you would then build up with crystals, which is debris. You've knocked it out.
Yeah.
You ought to think of the moon processing a very interesting thing. As if you were to ingest some of that stuff, it wouldn't be great. In some aspects, it's a mineral content anyway, so it can be quite good. So we will lose our bones. That's definite. We will definitely lose our bones
Mm-hmm.
in space, because if not, you can quickly run away with that. You ask yourself the question of how does the body already know this?
Yeah.
Well, then you might as well ask, how the hell did this know all of this process?
Mm.
Who taught it?
Mm.
Where did its teaching come from?
Yeah.
That's advanced teaching.
Mm.
Where's mum?
Mm.
Where's dad?
Yeah.
Why is this following a path of knowing? No one teaching it, or it appears that no one is teaching this process, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that with humans? The only reason why humans need to be taught is because we're subject to so much pain. And the pain shuts out the information.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever wonder why we're put through so much pain? And some people have got it fucking easy over ions and ions and ions. Yet the masses go through sheer and utter pain. And what's more, you don't even call it pain, you call it a normal life. Me, it's how blindsided you can be. And then, in order to activate this knowing, it has to shut it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of those pain markers in there, did that a little wrong, doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
To unleash that, that's a lot of pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's best it doesn't. Just collect some more this time round. Is that why we have extreme pain in humans that allow them to unlock certain gifts? The pain has to tip the scale
Yeah.
to drive people through enough pain that pain becomes so massive it stacks against anything and allows you to access this. Because that pain in significant amount, all collected over a lifetime, multiple lifetimes, only reaches this threshold here. but your life has been subject to so much fucking pain that it undoes it. Now, factor this in if we go to space and things become easy. That's why socialism works. That's why it's been removed out, because imperialism keeps you in this. Well, why can't you access it? And if you could access it, do you need to go to school? Look at this knowing, this freaking knowing. Where do you think it comes from? Mum and Dad. Mum and Dad didn't need to teach it. Why not? Because the knowing was stored in here and they had access to it. We all talk about this thing called trauma. How does it know what to do in those stages without ever being told? And yet humans ain't got a fucking clue. And then this would then knock the ratio then that, could you imagine this? We'll flip it. That adults know less than the next generation of children. That will be another shift that will happen. You know, kids will be more intelligent than adults. Because they've learned from you. They learn your errors. Let me give you another example if you want to see a pattern, yeah? I can spend hours creating something. It fucks up. It fucks up. It fucks up. And then I end up making something and it works. How quickly can I teach you to do that?
Much faster once you figure it out.
Because in stored in me. Now imagine if you were able to pass that down to your kids. This part. Block off this part. So your kids should be able to do that very easily, yes?
Yeah.
And then they'll refine it even more. Then they'll refine it even further. Oh my god, I'm turning into a pureblood. You see, this has a counterintuitive effect, right? So for them to block it out here, they're also not learning anything. They're just learning power, control, manipulation. That's it. And then this will grow. That's it. It's already proving it here. It doesn't need teaching. That's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
But humans, fuck it, now we keep making the same mistakes. It's like Groundhog Day, literally. The same mistakes over and over and over. The same trauma loops. Cell memory, I guess. That just burst out.
Yeah.
That just burst out. Where do all these memories come from of yours? Where does all this knowing come from? Our whole fucking lineage. It's in you as well. But those strange trauma loops that you get, that are far more because the scales have been tipped. This is shutting it out, don't get me wrong, but it's not perfect. It bursts through now and then. It also bursts through in positivity as well, or it's called insight. Insight bursts through. Well, how am I thinking about that? Well, if you could check your family's history back in the line, guess what you would be able to see? That they have done it. Your records have never been kept. Well, we've only been keeping records for this long, so how come these other families have been keeping them for much, much longer, but denying you the right to do it? Come on, how many times do they whitewash history? How many times do they get in and knock things down? Broken church here. Prime example, modern day. How much knowledge has been lost?
Yeah. Oh. A lot of knowledge.
How many records get lost in these battles then?
Many.
So if you were true island folk here, in the times of Boudica, what knowledge, now let's go further, pagans in carving things in tree.
Yeah.
Where's it all gone? Where's all this knowledge gone? Oh, it wouldn't be anything to do with these battles, would it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be anything a bit like the Romans coming in and doing stuff to the pyramids, yeah? Cover that up. Shit, better cover this up.
Yeah.
Should we chisel away this?
Or just breaking it, and then time and weather will finish it.
Watchers, right?
Yeah.
And then get rid of religion. It's not said that way, but it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's assumed that way. Let's say it's sort of without so many words being said that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why is that? Well, you lose some more text then, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
Lose some more history.
Yeah.
Doesn't the Vatican have hidden library? What's in it?
Yeah, I wonder what's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been writing about?
Only the selected few know that.
And then what happens if they make a discovery somewhere?
They put it there. Yeah. Yeah. Or hammer it if it's stone on its own. Just break it into dust.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then you go to space and then you start making computer technology, let's say. What's it storing?
History.
What's it storing? What hard drive storing? Okay.
History, I asked.
Yeah, history. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Information.
Information, yeah.
What's Facebook storing? But now, if you don't access your account within 2 years, it becomes deleted. Government law, you see, privacy. Wait, what? Why?
Yeah.
Because you're affecting our history books. We can't bullshit anymore. Do you honestly think that people in the future are going to be looking back and asking the gentry what the hell happened through society? Or do you think they want to get a hands-on experience from the people that lived? Well, what's the one thing that you don't understand in history right now? The people, from the people. What was it like living in those times? Well, it was like this, said the people at the top. Oh, yeah, please. Okay.
Yeah, and no one else is recorded. Yeah.
You are more full of shit than any Bible that you claim is full of shit.
Yeah.
Go on, take that. Go away.
Yeah.
It was like this, not on about it from your fucking standpoint. No, I want to know from the people what it was like.
Yeah.
Why were you living on the streets in London? Because they made us. Because this, because that, because this.
Yeah.
And then you can make an informed decision whether these leaders were really true, whether this gentry was really as big O and best all like they claim themselves to be. So I'm running to bed. No, you weren't.
Of course not. Yeah.
They caused a plague. They made us eat all of this poisonous food. I watched family members die. And you don't understand this. Straight up with Facebook, straight up with Google Spaces. That's gone.
Yeah.
It's all for your benefit. Ain't nothing for your benefit. Mark my words. Nothing is for your benefit.
Yeah.
And this is the type of life you like. So yeah, oh, it's okay because, you know, when I'm dead, they'll be able to do this with my stuff. What, after 2 years, it's gone? So what? Once it's gone, nothing ever truly gets deleted, but still, ghost files. Once it's gone, how much more can they bury those archives?
Yeah, they bury them and
Oh,
then
look,
they
we managed to. You can imagine
hide
it now,
them for
right?
themselves.
A
Yeah.
bit like their everlasting filing cabinet of all what to do during the most catastrophe events ever,
Yeah.
but have never made these things before it. Where did you get that information from? Well, we had it in a filing cabinet. It was built in the 1800s and this, that and the other. What a load of bollocks. More like someone, scientist somewhere, was writing out that formula and you took it from them.
Yeah.
Then claimed you found it in that never-ending filing cabinet, a bit like on Heaven Almighty, isn't it? When you open the filing cabinet and it just...
Yeah. Some scientists that didn't have enough money, so they sold it for a few pennies.
You mean to tell me that you never opened this file when other situations like this were occurring around the world?
Yeah.
Only when it comes knocking on your doorstep do you open that filing cabinet and then, oh, hold on a minute, we got this stuff back from the 1800s. Why, my word, that looks pretty freshly printed. We digitized it. Oh, can I have an analyst of the paper, please? From the original parchment, then? Because you must have had this in a book. How did it end up digitized?
Yeah, and they
So
will
where's
say,
the
"Oh, we
original
didn't
then?
keep it."
Where's the original piece of paper and the ink? Because I can do tests on that to find out whether it is aged and find out whether the paper is old, as you say it is. See, look here, this piece of paper. See how fresh it is? Oh yeah, definitely. Fucking old English and everything. I can really make out that you're full of shit.
Yeah.
So no, that is not for your benefit. That is so that they can bullshit their way through history like they do.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit that it might be feeling shameful for is people will ask back in history, right? How come the numbers went from this many and dropped down to this much? Well, it was because of this. No. Let me tell you something else, by the way. No, it's because people stopped having children because they couldn't afford to have them.
Yeah. And they didn't see future for them.
Why were people complaining about an energy bill? You know, it's all going to come to light anyway. Why were these people doing this, and this? How come we saw the rise of tooth decay? Well, it was because of sugar. You don't think that people in the future are going to look back on that and be like, hang on a minute. We've got two situations that are rising up that are identical. The bit in the middle is that they had access to dentistry.
Yeah.
And if they couldn't afford, miss, if they couldn't afford, yeah, right. They couldn't afford to heat their house or eat food. And you mean to tell me that they could afford? They couldn't even afford to have children either. Yeah, so they can scrub that, can't they? Make it, disappear. Whilst they are having as many children as they want.
Yeah.
Never worked a day in a century.
Yeah.
Have access to the most amount on that pot. But yet you paying into that pot from your family lineage of continuously paying into that. And some of the ancestors have paid in by being hung by the neck, yeah? Executed. Because they refused to pay it because they knew it was a load of bullshit. So some of their blood went into that pot. Misery went into that pot. Also, those ones now can sort of have as many kids as they want off of it.
Yeah. And they do, don't they?
Without working a single day in a millennia. It's interesting. Jump the head of the queue with the NHS, can they? Collapse it down and privatise it without working a single day in a millennia. I mean, that's some interesting shit right there, isn't it? While whinging at people that have paid into the pot through their family. How come when the jobs didn't fit the amount of people per population, miss, did they end up always having wars? Seems to me like they were trying to get the numbers down so that they could have enough workers going into, and they would generate more work. Why is that? Because they'd knock down the buildings. There seems to be a pattern emerging, miss. This seems to keep happening. Children, do you think they could have gone to space? Well, they had the capability to do it.
Yeah,
Why didn't they?
but they were
Because
avoiding
it would
it.
generate work. It would generate this. But it looked like they hated socialism at the time, you see. And in order to go to space, they'd have to create abundance of socialism.
Yeah.
Build massive platforms for that socialism to start flourishing. Is that true that our origin is from a planet of socialism, miss? Well done.
Oh.
But the socialism starts to reach a limit. So do you ever think that if you make the leap of faith into space,
Yeah.
do you think people will miss the Earth?
No.
It's reaching abundance, yeah?
Hmm.
Then we have that where people say that they won loads on the lottery and money made me evil. I've got nothing left from my money.
Yeah.
Why? I hate this stuff. Seems like you had a lot of vultures come after you, didn't they?
Yeah. Everyone's coming after if they know you
How
want.
much did you pay in court costs, by the way?
And
How much did
tax.
the gentry gather round you, making life extremely difficult? Did you have more tickets and stuff? How much did your taxes go up? Do you not live off the interest? Interesting.
It is, isn't it? It is very interesting.
Bit that I find not strange, but just bizarre, is what is it about someone leaving prison and wants to go back? Who's really institutionalized? Us or them? Not that there isn't us or them, but there is a difference in living.
Yeah.
You might as well call those prisons palaces.
Yeah.
Would you think the royals, do you think the govs can go out and spend a day at the beach? No.
I see.
Then why all of this paranoia? Why are they acting paranoid? If these are good people that want best for people, why you got an uncanny risk that people might get you, and then you've got to build these massive armies around you?
Yeah, armies and
Why would
fences
people
and
want to
guards.
get you? What have you done? What are you doing?
You know what have you done?
Yeah, you know what you're doing, and you know the reaction that it could cause.
Yeah.
Therefore, you need to build all of this around you. That's how
Yeah.
paranoia works. You feed it.
Yeah.
So you're doing this knowingly, because if not, there's that hesitancy. And you need to build things up. You know, these individuals didn't start building up with a large amount of soldiers and shit around them until they started taking the piss out of the gift. And they knew that there was only a small amount of them, and that they have done some very sick stuff to people. The people ever turned. We can often be lied to, can't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think that this would be the spaceship, the humans being in this. Then there will be that hesitancy stage to see how long is it going to last for, because you never know, you might go up to space, back to the ground, up to space, back to the ground, up to space, again, that hesitancy. Compared to this, the life expectancy of from start to finish is a lot more compact when we look at a butterfly.
Yeah.
The process of the butterfly, it's sped up.
Yeah.
So this will be where the body is going to alter.
Yeah.
All animals will alter in this, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, even nature. And then there's the ability to tame the most wildest animals.
Yeah.
Do you not notice that when animals are out in the wild, it brings the beast out of you, doesn't it? You have to constantly be on alert.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
You have to
Yeah.
stay away. Fuck with me and find out. Type of attitude.
Yeah.
But then, when you remove them from that socialism, sorry, not socialism, sociology.
Sociology.
When you remove them from the sociology of that situation and put them in a different environment, do they start to calm down? They calm down so much so that they turn off their beast.
Yeah.
So you can't put them back into the wild again. Factor that in with a spacecraft surrounded by humans.
Yeah.
Do you think that eventually even the most vicious, even the most aggressive animals will calm down?
Yeah, it's possible, I think.
Would you say they're happy? Or do you think they're hyped up on cortisol? And when you put them into this, they reach that oxytocin, endorphin release.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference between animals and humans. We have intelligence. Now, factor forwards, how does that look to communication?
Communication.
Well, they're going to become protective of one another, meaning everybody in that environment.
Yeah.
Even though this animal is in this zoo, it's still a vicious animal. Is it? Or are you being told to keep people away from that? Mustn't touch it! Why? Because it might learn to like it eventually.
Yeah.
We're going to lose a few fingers in the process. Yeah.
Yeah.
To eventually lose none. Then they're going to evolve. Why? Do they need the big claws anymore?
No.
Do they need the big mouths anymore?
No.
Do they need the capacity to sit there and...
No.
What would happen to all of that energy?
Go somewhere else, isn't it?
Then technology grows a little bit further, a little bit further, and a little bit beyond, and a bit more beyond. Do you think eventually you'll be able to communicate with them? See, it sounds very stupid, doesn't it? To say it now, it sounds so far, go clean out your bong type.
Yeah.
What about humans? They changed their sociology, which then changed their psychology, which then allowed them to relax down. No more being in this fight or flight, this mindset.
Yeah.
Whilst you're still in the wilderness of humans, the gentry are taking themselves out of that. Oh, you should learn to be calm, dear boy. Yeah, my environment does not allow for that. There, it's poncy ponce, yeah? Here, it's dog eat dog.
Yeah.
Here, it's a matter of survival. If you want to check your establishments that you've put in place to protect people, you'd fucking know this.
Yeah.
So why, gentry, would you allow them to do that if it wasn't to keep people in this ratio? And then you can go, see, they're unstable for this platform over here. We had better give it to someone else who's a bit more, you know, poncy ponce. Because I can assure you, what happens if we allow the king or move them and move any of them and go put them out in the wilderness?
Yeah,
Oh, and off you go.
they will have
Go
to
on, go navigate the streets then.
fend for themselves, won't they?
You get risk of getting a knife put into you,
Yeah,
getting attacked.
yeah.
Off you go, wifey. Go walk through those areas. Statistically, 2 rapes a week. Sadly, no reports. You tell me what you have to be to survive that.
Yeah.
So get off my back, keep talking about behavior this, behavior that. Get off my back. Because I reckon if you walk through the same path, well, you would break.
Yeah.
Real strength isn't standing around a group of people ordering them into a battle somewhere. Real strength is standing up among that battle. So I can accept why your behavior is the way it is. So, when we look at animals and we see how wild society is wild, but it's designed to be. Because then it stops you from going in these sort of places, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Living in that environment, around that socialism, no? Sociology,
Sociology.
affecting your psychology,
Yeah.
and then they want you to come at it from a mindset of peace, love, and ecstasy. Everything must be calm. Yeah, it might be calm in your ratio, but what happens if I walk out and then there's someone unstable that attacks me and ends it all? What happens if I get run over by a car? You're not around any of this shit. It can end tomorrow. Erratic drivers? Come on. Put their foot down on the accelerator when you're crossing the road with your kids to make you get out of their way? Yep, you've witnessed that here, haven't you?
Yeah.
I know that's illegal in your nation. That's something that must stand out quite a bit to you.
Yeah.
That they accelerate faster. Or they rev the engine. Some people go to floor it. You've seen it down here as well, yeah? Where there are kids playing and how fast they come flying around here. There's no way you'll stop in time. That's a numbers game.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Must have patience. Not from where I come from, it don't fit. In your ratio, it does. In your environment, it does. In this environment, it's not like that. Attempts on my life? What? From your council members? From Saffron? Come on.
From office
From
workers.
office workers?
Yeah.
What?
You
Wheels
wouldn't
pulled off my
expect-
car, brakes
Yeah.
cut? That's interesting. Oh, again, I was living next door to council members. Can't say directly it was them because I can't prove it, right?
Okay.
But his threats and then a load of actions happened, but you know. And you want me to come from a place of love and patience and get out of this fight or flight mode? Yeah. Said the ones that wanted to attack the enemy. Propaganda, yes?
Yeah.
Just relax down. Come on, we got to get him out of the fight and flight mode. That's the only way we're ever going to be able to attack him correctly. If not, he'll see it coming. Let's go tame a lion in the wilderness, shall we? And then abandon it. No? We're going to tame a lion down, are we? And then we're going to attack it? Is it really genuine, hand on the heart, right? I don't think so.
No.
These people manipulate, hide history, change it, make it like this. Yeah, so your life is very different. If we were to trade places, we'll see.
They wouldn't want to trade places.
Because from where I come from, that's weakness.
Yeah.
From where you come from, that's strength. And this is a loss of control of emotion.
Yeah.
Cushion.
Yeah.
Some of it from even the workers that work in your building. So I guess there is hope after all. So yeah, you know, when asking these questions. So intelligent, the ability to do something about your fate,
Yeah.
comes with a test. Will you honor the call? True leadership. Do you not want to go on? Basically, do you want to go on or not?
Yeah.
That's true leadership. That one I will get onto a bit later. They say in the council, when they send you a letter, in train, investing in people. You might want to change your logo to invest in AI.
Yeah.
And do you think that people should start investing into AI? Could you imagine that? Everyone is giving a robot. Hey, Gentry, my robot will go and stand in your workplace for you the whole day if you want. And it will do a job like me.
Yeah.
In fact, it will do it better than me.
Yeah.
You just pay me. You're just technically renting it. Do you think they'll do it?
No. They will say, oh, it's a robot. It's not you. We don't have to pay a robot.
That's interesting. So where are the laws then? What laws do we have to say that that should be acceptable? I mean, if it's acceptable to move a conveyor belt, so rather than it being like this, so that one product falls onto the next one,
Yeah.
they do this.
Yeah.
So the product will fall off of that conveyor belt if you don't pick it up and put it over.
Yeah. Or it will get stuck and
And it will get stuck and
more.
jammed.
Yeah, jammed.
So it's acceptable to do that in order to make people go and be busy, to stop them from thinking. It's interesting, isn't it? But you couldn't make a robot stand in there all the same then, so it can grab that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Oh shit me, I could train a monkey if it weren't so boring.
It makes people feel like they are nothing when they do that.
That's forced obedience, by the way. It's to give you a stress, it's to
Yeah.
break you down.
Make you feel like all you are good for is moving.
Stops you thinking.
Yeah.
You got to be present, concentrate.
Yeah.
Because if I don't concentrate, I might get sacked from this shitty thing I'm in already.
Yeah, you will skip
And then,
one
oh no,
or
fucking hell,
two
what am I
and-
going to do if I don't? And then I won't have any...
Yeah.
My kids, my kids, ransom. Oh,
Exactly.
well, maybe we should do this about it. Maybe we should stand up and not accept that. No, that doesn't work either. Don't get me wrong. That's been put in there. That causes a problem.
Yeah.
If you honestly think that rioting and protesting is going to do anything about that, no, that's been put in your head to do that. You know, the truest way is transition together. Get the pots cooking and start using your brain. What if people come together in this? Begin to come together. So far, the way I see it, this is where you get integral leaders.
Yeah.
If they don't want that,
Yeah.
then what they're going to do is like, come over here and work here. Come on, bring all of those skills and come here. Stand on this platform right here. No. Why? Why will you not do that? History repeats itself in your leadership. You're very good at taking from the people and then giving it off to all your friends. And then you taxate it and then you profiteer it and then you give it over to more gentry,
Yeah.
which then melts it down. So, no. You are going to come to this platform here. I've seen what your building produces century after century, and I'm gonna be very brutally honest with you right now. Ego alert. It doesn't work.
It doesn't.
It works for the few, but not the many.
Yeah.
It's manipulated as shit. And for me to go and stand over there, it's not happening. You want to change? Then you are going to prove it. I don't need to prove it. You need to prove it.
Yeah. You
Now,
caused
I've done jumping through your hoops and doing it your way. And where does it get me?
nowhere.
Nearly seriously injured? Come for my kids? No, it's not happening. You want to change, you're coming to this line here. Because this one takes you out of your environment, which then makes it uncomfortable. And, if you really want to do this, reverse all that shit they said to me.
Yeah.
If you really want to do this, you got to step out of your comfort zone.
Yes, see how it is.
You're going to come here.
See how it is.
We're going to build it here.
Yeah.
We're going to make a brand new comfort zone, we are. Because when you step out of your comfort zone, you'll start reaching that fight or flight. But don't worry, we're not going to abuse it. We're going to train you up. And I know it's difficult because it's not what you're used to. But you lot are going to come here. And we plan something new. Because you can't corrupt it here.
Yeah.
And then for the other people, we're going to come here as well. It's called meeting in the middle. To be able to build something new from that.
Yeah.
And then transition society forwards. If I go there, it ain't going to work. In fact, that will enslave many more people later on. And I'm not doing it. You promised people back in the day from the Ket Rebellion. What changed?
Yeah, nothing.
Norwich Wall?
Yeah.
You promised the people a load of stuff from the gentry. What changed?
Nothing.
Nothing. What you gave them, you've taken back eventually anyway, so
Yeah.
that was not the deal, was it?
No.
Then found another way to overcompensate that by keep upping the prices on everything. No, we create a new society here where we all have a place. You want it? Come into it. You don't? Fuck it. You do? Come on. You don't? Fuck it.
Yeah.
And then this new way is all built around what? Socialism, it works.
Yeah.
Built around this. We want to know whether kids can tap into some of this butterfly effect. Not the butterfly effect flaps its wings, creates a tidal wave somewhere else, not that, no. No, the butterfly effect is something completely different. It's tapping into that knowing.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's following a script that has been put into it.
Yeah.
Untapped, all of that untapped potential that is laying dormant in all of us humans.
Yeah.
I say we should build a society around that blueprint because it looks very successful to me.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't need to teach all of this fucking already stuff that should have been learnt millennia ago. Walking nature, animals, humans, water, platforms into a decent existence that takes all of these out of the fight or flight, finds their optimal operating ratio. When we invest in AI, which you could do it with this, and again, I think that's it. I think that most people want this, but don't often know how to achieve it. Takes a lot of us to stand up, a bit like Martin Luther King and everybody else that stood up and saying, you know what? There is another way. What way is that? Well, it's good for big you. It's good for this. It's good for this collective. It's good for all of us. Some nations, don't get me wrong, some want this more than anything. I believe they do.
Yeah.
And then we all get round. Because that's got to be a hell of a prison for some leaders to live in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you think? The ones that really want it, aren't they trapped?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
To build a brand new platform up there, it's got to start down here. Because we're going to need to learn a few things.
Yeah.
And learn fast we will.
Yeah.
If we are able to support ourselves, which then supports everybody else to make this stuff, food production coming in, good foods, health, everything can be scientific within that ratio. I think that it's really good to have this inner belief, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You can call it whatever you want. Follow it, read it, understand it, and bring that message. But try and bring your message is the important thing.
Yeah.
To go on to collect it with that overall message, because your input into it may help a future generation understand a way to get into that themselves. You see, that's the thing. You're basically teaching one another how to tap into that, and it keeps it going.
Yeah.
We know there is something. Humans didn't code this in.
Yeah.
And then we understand it with, it's almost like when you're intelligent, you have tests. You have a lot of tests.
Yeah.
Find those missing links. Now you see the pattern. We need to question that in lots of ways, right? One version of it is scientific.
Yeah.
One version of it is religious.
Yeah.
One version of it is intelligence, but be able to do something about your fate. Futuristic, looking forwards with that.
Yeah.
You see, all of these begin to clump together. What does this then open up to you right before your very feet? A path. When you start walking on that path forwards, often or not, you might turn around and then notice that the path also led backwards
Yeah.
to a point, an origin. You seem to be so much blinded. That's what I call an awakening, is finding the
Yeah.
path.
Yeah.
When you see the path, you start to walk towards it, which is usually a destiny or a future or some event
Yeah.
where things get easier. Life's supposed to get easier, not harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
It began hard. This was difficult for life to even form,
Yeah.
despite all of that. And remember what it relies on to create that initial... It relied on a lot of exploding stuff.
Yeah.
It relied on a Goldilocks zone. Yes, there are lots of Goldilocks zones out there, few and far between. More stars than there is Goldilocks zones. Don't underestimate that. But it needed a stable platform, being a planet for you to walk on. All of that evolution in a universal evolution for you to rise up now.
Yeah.
Then that's not the end of it. That's very difficult, right? Life trying to find footing.
Yeah.
Every time it's told no, every time it's told no, every time it's told no, it's destroyed, pulled apart, maneuvered, rah-de-rah.
Yeah.
Then eventually it keeps on going. You see that tenacious spark.
And then evolves and evolves.
Then it finds a footing,
Yeah.
and it's hard.
Yeah.
Hard to come together to make sense of itself. Then it begins to. Going through all of that toughness in the heat and incubation, pressure,
Yeah.
going against all of that, and then that growth,
Yeah.
toughness, transition. Again, it's hard,
Yeah.
but it gets easier. Human evolution as well, you understand that?
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was so hard. Losing loved ones to starvation.
Yeah.
To even still have this relevant today on the planet is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was an abundance of food. The starvation didn't hit until there was a massive catastrophe. The forces that be, you would want to call that satanic. It's not. It's not. It's a lesson for you.
Yeah.
What's that? Shit me. Despite all of those odds, is there something we can do about that? The answer is yes, there is.
Yes, that's why we have intelligence as well, isn't it?
That's why we have it.
Yeah.
We also got this nurturing side to us. We are not as aggressive as what beasts in the wild are.
Yeah.
Because we're not wild, but we're in limbo.
Yeah.
The further down society you are, you're in that limbo stage. Do you know what? Tomorrow I could walk off in the woods and I could go back into that ratio. That's how close to the edge I am.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can hunt forage for myself. And I'm one step up from that in this situation. So yeah, being on that fight or flight and then being charged up by all these gentry around, you know, their pinball machine. Well, they charge you up to be in that. Now I'm like, whew, now I'm more this now, right? Then I have to really center myself back again. They like to pick. See, often to me it looks like either you accept our way or go away back into that.
Yeah.
It's a punishment technique, by the way.
Yeah.
If you understand it from a psychological profile and a socialistic, socialism.
Sociology.
That's pushing people out of the group dynamic further than what they've already been pushed out of.
Yeah.
So you're really close on that line there. But they forgot that they can also be tugged down to this line as well. Because once they fall from power, get there again. Being born into it, you have become quite all of this, living in this sort of mindset that it is granted to you. No, it's not. So being on that sort of ratio, which then creates that sort of beast mindset. So you understand then that you are one step up from that. Socialism walks you a lot more steps up. They do live socialistic, not imperialistic. If you say that the gentry is imperialism, no. Their actions are imperialism. They live in socialism. Can they walk anywhere and grab anything?
Yeah.
Can they have anything they want? Within reason? Can they get hold of any resources? Can they make those resources go into any machine they want? Can they build any machine that they want? Do they have the money to pay the manpower? So they can do anything they want. That's socialism. Do they also know that it's free to grow things? But they've claimed the land, yes? They made it imperialistic. That's our land. Because of the gentry back in the days took this and gave it to them. So took from the people, former king, takes from the people, and because, you know, he then gave it to his little minions. In exchange for what?
In exchange for them to fight his wars. Send the people who live there, not themselves necessarily.
And then when fighting the wars, they then took a load of resources from another land, which is then a large amount of gold. And then they were planning on beheading him, unless they had some capiche. I'll give you a bit more land then, and then you'll be able to do this, and I'll unlock kingdom wealth to you. Then you build the platform as to what you've got today. Now you ask yourself, who's responsible for life the way it is, and they want you to believe it's you. No, it's all of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
They've created your misery. They created your ancestors' misery as well. They want you to blame you. It isn't. It's you lot.
Yeah.
Because if we, the people, had that land that rightfully belongs to no fucker, anyone that walks upon it and has any type of wisdom to do something about their fate,
Yeah.
and teach other people how to do things about their fate, a bit like Boudica, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
No.
We would be acting just like you. But perhaps we might be going towards something a bit more purpose-driven. Because we don't want to take any other land off of anyone else. We don't want their resources. We want to be able to trade with people. Knowledge, quantum. Share our ideas with them and they'll be like, do you think that we can do this in both areas? Yeah, well, look, here's the thing. We're going to need a few things to do it. Well, we've got this. Well, we've got that. What about we trade with one another? All right, oh, no, these people will... I'll go over there and help. Okay, and we will go over here and help you with... Then we begin to share with one another. Oh, by the way, we got extra food here if you needed it. We're not going to be able to eat it all. Then you'll be able to throw it out for the animals as well. We're not going to eat it. They might as well have it. As opposed to put it in a bin and bury it under the ground so no one gets it.
Yeah.
We're worried about all of the food. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? We don't want to give it to the animals because if not, we'll destroy the RSPCA. So what do we do? We throw it in a compost heap. Feed worms. No, fuck the worms.
Not even worms. Let's put some chemical. And then even worms won't eat it.
Oh, if you think it's so easy, you come over here. No. I dominate it all and give it to the people. How's that? And then give them abundance of ideas to work with, and then we'll see, yeah?
Yeah.
Because if we were doing this all the way around the world, fuck the borders. I am British. No, fuck that, I'm human. I'm going to identify as being a human being. In this format, right now, my soul, yes. That's not yet. Right now, it's in this soul has been put into a human body, yes?
Yeah.
So I'm to operate like a human. Now, what's a human supposed to operate like? Not what's been dressed up in an education system that is what? To manipulate me into what? Bowing down to all of this shit?
Yeah.
Claiming that they're out here being good for people. That's why I see so many waiting lists. It's so good for people, that's why loads of people are dying on those waiting lists.
Yeah.
Fucking weird, that.
Yeah.
Whilst I watch them never pay a fucking penny in a century, a millennia. And they get to walk straight in, yeah?
Yeah.
From stolen goods.
Yeah.
No, we need to evolve from this point. And then, you see the thing, yeah? The people go into prison and when they come out, they will go back. I want to ask someone, yeah, well, they had a bit of time in prison. How long was your time in prison? It was fucking easy, mate.
Yeah.
Why, you were really worried about it before you went. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass, mate. I was like, okay, so why was it easy? Well, I got everything.
Yeah. Good life, easy life. Yeah.
So, what happens if you go again? Just smiles.
Huh?
Breaks eye contact, looks away, just snickers at me. I thought it was supposed to teach you a lesson. Nah, mate. I'm now thinking about it. I'm going to value whether that's worth my time. Okay. Prisons don't work.
No, they don't.
No, literally.
Yeah.
That makes me wonder then. So you mean to tell me that in prison? Yeah, TK, you're a clever fella. You get all your needs looked after. And more.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, you technically already live like that anyway. You never go out.
Yeah.
Imagine that without the stresses of every day.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. How much is this again? Sounds like a holiday. Now you're getting it. Anyway, but still, you know, that sort of... He's not the first person.
Yeah. I remember old film from 30s from the last century. It doesn't matter about what it is, but at one point there is a guy who wants to go to prison and knows that other person got to go to prison, but this one wants to go, so he trades place with him and goes to prison.
Can I show you something, yeah? What is the one thing that they'll say as to why people shouldn't go to space? We don't know if humans would be able to deal with it. You know, that causes a lot of mental health problems to do that, you know, to be shut away and all of that. People need to get out and have freedom and stuff and roam around and do this. Okay?
Yeah, I heard about...
Let me just 5.9 billion.
Yeah.
How many people are in prison versus how many people are on benefits? 1.3 billion.
It's the money, not them. Yeah. How much they are paid per year? How was in last, or I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so people in prison then.
Yeah.
They talk about human rights then, and then say that we don't know how it would affect the mental state of people inside a spacecraft somewhere together.
Yeah.
Prison.
Uh-huh.
Prison is the closest thing you'll ever get to it. So do you get your food looked after?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for it?
No.
Okay, so that's food. Check.
Yeah.
So we got food. Dentist.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah. Without terrible waiting list. Yeah.
Clothes.
Yeah. Shelter.
Housing.
Yeah.
Heating.
Yeah.
Hot water.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
GCSEs degree.
Yeah. Some entertainment is there as well, isn't there? You have television and you have some...
What else? What else could you possibly need? So your bills are all looked after, yeah? Do you have any bills?
No.
So no bills.
No bad.
Tax?
No.
Do you have to work?
No.
Do you have freedom to study?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Read books, any books you can probably ask for. If they are not in their library or something, you can get.
And this is meant to be the punishment.
Yeah.
But your everyday life.
Yeah.
You may be able to. Are you able to freely move? Stay on a pavement. Stay on a path.
Yeah.
You allowed to walk across the field?
No.
Are you allowed to go into a forest?
No, it's not yours.
It's not yours.
Is it?
Get off my land!
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
get out!
Yeah, I will not go there, but nor will you.
Guns are supposed to be illegal in this country. Yeah, well, certain people are allowed to have them. And shooting them at kids? Not at, up. To scare them, to put fear in them, to get them off your land. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to offend the dirt and bless the dirt with my feet, you know, I mean, fucking hell. You might damage my crops? Is there any crops in here? Well, no. If I did have them?
Yeah, in the forest. Crops in the forest.
Oh, okay then. Shit me.
You could step on a moss or something.
So, what is it that people really want in life? Because that's socialism, right?
Yeah,
Would you have freedom to move on the ship?
yeah,
Yeah. If you made a lot of modules, could you go and build something?
yeah,
If you had a lot of resources, could you go and make whatever you wanted?
yeah,
Could you have access to even more than what prison gives you?
yeah. Yeah, or
If you want to walk into a place and pick an apple from a tree that's growing in space, these are going to evolve as well, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
A zoo? They're going to evolve too, you know.
Maybe that's what they don't like, that you would have all that.
I gotta ask something. If you die in prison, do they take care of all funeral costs and shit?
I think so.
Sounds like a palace, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
That sounds like a palace, yeah?
yeah.
Big building? And what's more that you have people coming together. So let's just update prison then. What about if you had all your family living around you? Sure, they fight in prison, but you know, it's not all the time. Depends how rough it is, and depends which one you've got. There is a small percentage, 1%, that are vicious in these particular areas. Again, no, I'm not on about that side of it. They show you that to make you feel like this is how it is. Nah. You don't mix with those people. Because they are a danger to themselves, and they definitely are a danger to they've been pushed way far. They are what I would call wild, in that it's very bouncy. They should be very bouncy. They got a lot of energy, and they're in that. This is very hard. These people in society, although it sounds brutal, are your small percentage that if this all fails here, and they go to World War and whatever else, and they end up violating and destroying everything, these ones will seed again. Do you know that?
I see.
Never goes fully tame. Evolution doesn't go backwards. Yes, it does. Doesn't need to go backwards if it designates. Evolution never goes backwards. Yeah, it does. If all of these trees disappear and pine stays remained, evolution just did go backwards. Because the pine will then dominate everywhere once again. Do you see that?
Yeah.
It will expand. It's like a bacteria, right? So if you've got a small piece of bacteria here and there, the rest are outnumbering it. But when those ones meet their demise, let's say, so we've got one piece of bacteria, yeah?
Yeah.
No. And then we've got a load of others, yeah? And they're the dominant ones.
Yeah.
If these ones get wiped out, what happens to these ones?
Yeah, some new ones get place, yeah.
Same with humans. Evolution doesn't need to go backwards, and it can go backwards. It's called a wipe. Again, this side of it, if a meteorite hits the planet, that stuff has been learning for a very long time. And even if it is cast around and the Earth is covered in life, it goes in multiple directions. The chances of it reaching another Goldilocks zone, these increase. In the beginning, quite rare. As time goes on, more and more common. Why? Because more and more mass to do something with, more and more mass to orbit a star. More and more mass means more and more likeliness that you are going to have more and more Goldilocks zones. The chances increase. There's usually 2 Goldilocks zones around a star anyway. Usually 2. And the Goldilocks zone is quite a wide area. So you'll understand it. Most people think it's just this one place where it's Earth. No, it's the whole circumference. While you're here, you can have another one here. Yeah, and again, these distances are colossal, by the way. Gee me, you can have many. The more and more mass you have, the more and more, then you see more and more increase in neutrino behavior. More and more neutrinos means more and more black holes. More and more black holes then means we begin to dwindle down. They create one another, but the Goldilocks zone becomes more and more and more available.
Yeah.
The chances of it being spread across the planet, something happens, it's going to seed into a lot of areas. Those chances increase. Now this life, and it gets more and more intelligent.
Yeah.
So here, whilst we're here, well, we're sitting ducks. And if your hit goes in multiple areas, you'll see multiple destinations. Doesn't matter how long it takes. And then the life forms become more and more and more evolved. While it's here, don't lose it. So much as spitting is enough to trigger it. That is a lot of intelligence in your saliva. Think about that. And if that lands at the right place, right time, a lot can evolve from that. And it will, because that's how life is. That's what you are made of. That initial spark of just gotta keep going, right? Just can't quit. Just can't give up. Just will not give up. Yes, because it's in you. This has been happening for a very long time. That's that beautiful magic spark, that is. Once it activates, the genie has been left from the bottle. It only knows how to exist. It doesn't quit. You know, and you all have this. Everybody has this. You can tap into this. Not this. This is not going to let you tap into it. And then, if you think about it, going towards space and everything else, and having this abundance at your leisure, and education would have to go towards it. Education isn't that bad. The fact is, if it gets corrupt, bureaucratized, and it's all about following a fucking script, that is toxic. As opposed to walking into a university somewhere with, what do you plan to do? Maybe this, this, and this. What do you require? This, this, and this. There you are. Okay, that doesn't seem too dangerous. All right, are you playing with anything? No. Is it going to create a life form? No. AI, it's a variable. Bacteria, genetics, that's a variable. That requires a lot more suppression.
Yeah.
Well, I plan on genetically modifying this. Then you're going to require something else. What's that? A module that's away from here. If it all goes fuck up, send it into the star. Why? If it gets here, it could have mass impacts and cause mass extinction events.
Yes.
So we like to be ahead of those things. That's where it becomes logical to suppress. It's illogical when it's everyday building, everyday grabbing resources, everyday coming in with this, everyday building up a space society, let's say. And there are going to be more humans because you've got more socialism. You've got more socialism, so therefore the numbers can expand even further. You're going to have more different groups formulating clusters, a bit like galaxies. These individual galaxies are going to want to go off and grab certain things from over there, and they're going to be able to be self-governed, leading. Perhaps one person had the idea. People are going to, I'll help you with that. I can do this bit. Okay, you're a leader in that bit. This person is just basically the black hole in the middle, keeping everything in, to keep people functioning that way.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that the leaders on the planet are going to be enough when the numbers get big enough? No, it's not. That is so unrealistic. What, we're going to suppress it down? No, the education is the important part. We're not going to battle with one another, okay? Yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking of doing that anyway. I'm too busy creating.
Yeah.
No battle, no this. Well, I want to collect all of this stuff and come together with it and get to show off my stuff. Well, let's fucking go on. By the way, we're going to make this so we got double the amount. So if anyone else wants some of this resource, Yeah, we don't need it. Okay, we'll pop all of this sort of element in here, and we've got this element that's separate here, and we've got this element that's separate there. List up your new archived elements rather than a library.
Yeah.
You got to ever wonder why you make libraries? Life is not being done because you want to do it. Life is being done because it's being conducted through you, because this force happens to know what you need.
Yeah.
That knowing, it knows. I trust it more than any human voice that I could ever listen to. I trust this force. So libraries, think about it. A library of elements. Where you go in and undo it and you can grab whatever you need. A warehouse full of elements. A growing expanse of elements, just more and more and more. The new stuff you learn, okay, this one's going to go over here. That's a true library.
Yeah.
A list of here. Can you imagine that? Walking in and grabbing any element you want. You want to make a different version of a farm? Then you've got everything you can ever imagine.
Yeah.
And elements, what else is elements? Seeds. Can you imagine that? Also seeds is also, what, you're going to find those elements from a fucking star? You're going to pop a star and out come fucking seeds? I think not.
No.
So do you get it, how planets evolve these elements in a very different way?
Yeah.
Even this stuff, we could call it an element. Might as well.
Yeah.
What is an element? Anything that the universe can create. Many different variations of it. You can keep going with this, by the way. It's an interesting thing. Anything that you create. Oh yeah, I'm going to pop a star and out comes aeroplanes. Now again, you're a deviation from it. So planets are a deviation from it. Stars are a deviation. They give you those elements. Planets are needed in order to cook these elements into different elements, combine these elements. And then what about them? It makes life. Life then take these elements and then a deviation from these elements to create this, this, and this. Nature doing the same thing. Nature's branching off this way from these elements here that the star created, then the planets do it this way, then humans are going off this way. Animals, you need things to keep animals, this, and this goes this way. If you keep a mushroom, bacteria, they are requiring different things. Again, cooking up these ingredients in a very different way. Sometimes we are the cook up and sometimes we can cook up. Wow, that's interesting, isn't it? Such a journey, yeah? Imagine a library of all of this happening. Anything you want. I'll get you here. You want to understand what God's workshop looks like? A little bit like this. Now think of the many different variations of this. Here, this cycle that we're in, the light and the dark, yes? This is just one of many. And then where we're talking about the video yesterday, where you take all of that heat and energy and you can put lenses in it and aim it towards a star, adding in more heat, adding in more pressure. More than any lab is ever going to be able to create. And then pop it. And you've got these new elements that the universe would never have cooked up naturally. Well, not in this limited cycle. But it's only limited. Humans are limited. But if you utilize some of this, what do you reckon you could do with that? You can make it go beyond that.
Much more, yeah.
Your body on a planet, living wild. How long are you going to live for? Wild, maybe 40 years? Maybe longer? Who knows? Yeah. Then you get a bit more organized, purify the water, do this, this, and this. So if rivers were to be full of absolute nasty nigglies and you're able to remove that, would you have already saved your lives?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now are you living not just better, but also a little bit more healthier without a defect? Yeah. So then you begin to clear up your food a little bit more. It's just really weird with humans, right? It goes backwards again. You know what? We spent all that time removing the poisons out of this stuff. What should we do? Should we add some more in?
Yeah.
Should we add some more chemicals into? I think we should add some more chemicals into this. Wait, what? the fuck? And you are running society? Where are the leaders? Where are the laws? Where is it all? What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Are you aware of what they're doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
We've got a war on the streets going on with the drugs and this and this. And gun crime and shit. Yeah, okay, well, let's stop there. What do we do now? Oh, that was thirsty work. Should we have a cup of tea? Biscuit dipped in there, anyone? It's not job done. Now the corporations, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? What's this? What the hell is this? Oh, our scientists said this, and this. I couldn't give a shit what your scientists said, because history so often repeats itself. And sometimes some of these scientists are bought out.
Yeah, especially if they are your scientists.
Exactly. So, as soon as you're mentioning the word scientist, this isn't inherent for all scientists, by the way. There are some real good gems out there. Mm-hmm. Actually, they're diamonds, but they have to roam around with fucking rocks sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is really bad because, these... You are arseholes, by the way, you lot over here. You let it down for these ones over here.
Yeah.
You give them such a bad name. Talk about fairness. That should be illegal as well. There should be none of that. These ones are diamonds, and you are artificial fucking diamonds. I'm a scientist, I got this, what a load of bollocks. No, you're already saying that. I'm a little bit, Hey, are you a few integral ones? Can you be bought out?
Yeah.
I'm going to go and get an AI scientist for quickly. Shut away somewhere, secretive, isolated. Can you test this? Can't buy that fucker out, can you?
No.
We could corrupt it, but you got to get close to it, and we say no. Yeah, it's not good. Long-term predictions on this stuff is this, and this. I thought so. You're going to stop it. It's your one chance. We test this again and find this in here, you lose your company. But that's unfair. You can't do that. I'm limited. Yeah, okay, then I'm going to be limited manufacturing weapons then. Would that be all right? A limited company making weapons then, yeah?
Yeah.
Should be all right, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
But that's different, no? You're putting that in and can seriously harm people, and if I make a company that manufactures weapons and then they start going after you lot, it's also doing some damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why would I expect there to be any difference between the two then? If you're seriously harming people,
damage is damage.
then you lose the company.
Yeah.
So where it is,
Yeah.
look after it or don't. You don't look after it, you see that? There's an AI over there that's going to run it for you.
Yeah.
You can't look after it, it goes to the machine. If you abuse it, it goes to the machine. Why should you be having it?
Yeah.
And then what? We could just put another human in there, yeah, and you could corrupt them with money. And then I'd have to take away your money, which again is all in shareholders and this, that, and the other. No, it means it just does not work. You shouldn't be allowed to touch it.
Yeah.
You're putting these chemicals in here, here's your choice. Stop or lose it.
Yeah.
If a cop sees someone driving erratic with a car, do they take the car off of the person?
Yeah.
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 If you see someone being erratic with a company putting poisonous products inside the certain things, do you take it off of them? No, we can't. They're limited. They're this, they're that. Oh. And it takes world leaders everywhere to stand up and say, yeah, you do that here too, and we're also going to fuck you up.
Okay.
Moving forwards, going towards space, that will not do.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, why do people like prison? I think this is very successfully, in my opinion, why people are going to love space. They're going to fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Why? Because it takes them out of the hard situation, and then looking back at it, I don't think they're ever going to want to go back in it. And I think this is what happens with some prisoners. They're going back into that toxicity.
Yeah.
The very thing that probably triggered them up. No, that's excuses. It's a you problem. Yeah, when we look at your psychology, there's something missing here. Yes, I see all of this. I can fix this, maybe. But why fix something to put it into something that is going to get broken again?
Yeah,
Defeats the object, doesn't it?
yeah, it is.
Rather than if I fix this sociology, I'll also fix you in two birds, one stone, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Actually, three birds, because you've also got some people that are hardened to it, and they're usually affected by the ones that are broken to it.
yeah,
But that's a product of the broken system. That then breaks an individual does something that then affects somebody else. If you fix that one piece there, don't you knock down the other two defects. And we've seen how abundant it is, haven't we? What, when you give the gentry everything they want,
yeah.
what happens? Well, look at what they can build with that. What do you reckon you could build with it? If you were given everything you want, what do you reckon you could do?
Something else than chateaus and castles and stuff like that.
And don't get me wrong, some of these buildings are beautiful. Could you imagine building some of those up? Making something that was highly beneficial? Indestructible, that is in space. Space geometry, is that it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Of all of the... you see some of these buildings that are very... I like it, the yin and the yang, yes?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle is that middle piece, and then you've got that balance between the two, yes? What about that in space? How would that look from a distance? Fucking hell, it look impressive, wouldn't it? Wow, it look beautiful.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a craft. So I guess that's why you'd call it spacecraft, yeah? Do you ever wonder why you build buildings this way? Do you ever understood why masonry was so important? You honestly think that you were just doing that because you wanted to do it? No. You know all of that beautiful beauty? Well, you're going to be giving up your comfort zone, yes, being the planet.
Yeah.
What's really important? Be able to look at something from your window. Assuming that you have a window.
Yeah.
You will. To be able to see the structure. It's going to be inky black space, right? Probably lit ambiently by your... Then inside the craft itself,
Yeah.
the beautiful spirals. And... What do you think that is? Don't you think that helps you on a planet?
Yeah.
Because you're seeing this all the time, by the way. You just don't pay attention to it often enough. Do you believe that how a building looks on the outside makes you feel something? This is clear. This is why... what, you're going to put a king in a council house?
No.
Well, why not? It's a beautiful building, ain't it?
Is it?
You shouldn't be complaining about that. You should be grateful that you got a roof over your head.
Yeah.
No, we're going to shove a king in a castle.
Castle.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I enjoy this building. Yeah, I bet you fucking do.
Yeah, one of a kind for one of a kind king, isn't it?
Again, now imagine building something like this that's a craft that everybody lives in.
Yeah.
That beauty. Do you see why they stop it? Do
Yeah.
you see why they put boulders in the way of the flow?
Yeah.
What are they if you're all living in this?
They are just one of many.
What are they if you all have access to all of this stuff?
Yeah. Nothing special.
What does that do for their family going forwards, their lineage? What does that do to anyone's lineage, especially in the gentry?
No one looks at them anymore.
You're no longer special.
Yeah, you are just one of many.
Well, you are, but you'll understand it from your perspective. Oh, well, I don't want to be anything. You will. You'll have a mind, won't you? All of that fine family breeding there, with all that inheritance, you must have inherited some really good fucking wisdom along the way.
Yeah.
You know, from day dot. You must have inherited something now. Or do you think it's more along the case of yoink, yoink, yoink? Look what we did.
Yeah, what we did, what we have.
What have you formed?
Yeah.
Because that's entitled, yes?
Yeah.
I'm entitled to all of this stuff because it belongs to me. Even your land belongs to me. Your gold belongs to me. Fuck me, even people's shit in another nation belongs to me. Got any gold?
Yeah.
Any diamonds?
I have title, so I'm entitled.
What are you doing? I'm just opening the scroll. I hereby say, by under the decree of the king, someone or other, that all of this stuff now in this land belongs to the property of the king. Yeah, we said it. We're going to take it now. What? Ah, did you not hear what I said? Look, it's here. It's written. Look, see? It's got his name on it. And then when everyone is crafting this, don't worry, you'll find it. You'll find your way. Taking the land and then giving it off to these over here. Taking the wealth and passing it over to them.
Yeah.
And saying, the reason why your life is the way it is because of you. Fuck me, Pinocchio. You keep lying. Whoop, sorry, turn around. Oh, and going back again, alright? Maybe you should just face that way. It's a you problem. No. I should take responsibility of your actions, yeah? And then if you don't live this life, how can you know?
Yeah. You don't.
Change the environment and you'll become better. How much does it cost to build a fucking massive house these days? Is it what, $1 million? Give us $1 million then.
Yeah.
What's your bank plan? Well, I'm going to take 1.5 million to build myself a house. Change the environment, change the person. Then after that, I'm going to wait for all the wisdom to come to me. Because I will no longer be in fight or flight. Interesting, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, gonna leave it here because, you know, I kind of went off a little bit off the topic on this one. But again, I shouldn't sugarcoat it. This is all but living in a, you know, it's close to living like a king, isn't it?
Definitely living better than you would without.
Protecting king and country so the king can fuck you with the country.
Yeah.
Not saying that for current, I'm looking at past times because this is what's happened and then what you've inherited it like this and now other groups have taken over it and, you know, they want to keep it exactly the same because you found them. Fucking hell, it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. So yeah, no, they talk about my comfort zone. I'm supposed to leave my comfort zone and everything else and what, whilst they stay in theirs? Well, I made this company run like this, this and this. Yes, but you also inherited it. It's proof in history. What if other people were given that same wealth?
Huh?
I mean, if you'd have made a collapsing system that just didn't work, you wouldn't be doing it. So you know it does work, that's why you hold on to it.
Huh?
You mean to tell me that if you give people a large amount of money and a good enough direction to follow that in, you don't think that they can come together and create stuff?
Of course they can.
See, that's it, isn't it? That's the bit. And then what happens if you make something and someone else is making something and someone else is making something? That's mine. Give me something. What do you got? Well, you see, you only made some of these. That's like crumbs compared to this. Well, you can eat your version of your flour there and you can eat your sugar if you want. Could you imagine if there was, even God was watching, yes? This would be so fucking bizarre. It'd be unbelievable. So let me get this straight. With your technology versus your skill versus your skill versus your skill, it's all costs something. Right? But yet, you need something. God will be like, okay, right, we're going to take a little bit of this ingredient here, throw it in here. Can I take a bit of your ingredient, please? Okay. Throw it in here. I'm going to take a bit of your ingredient. I'm going to throw it in here. And you? Come in. Ingredient. Good. Put it all in the bowl. Give it a mix up. And then, yeah, out it comes. What are you going to do? Just going to forge this in a fire quickly. Here comes a cake. Here you go, guys. Now tell me, whose ingredient was worth shit? Independently, yeah, impressive. Flour is very good. Nice. Wonderful. Sugar is also very impressive. Yeah, okay. Butter is also very impressive. Yeah. Eggs, pretty impressive. Lovely. What happens when you put all those ingredients together? Well, now we can divide the cake, yes? Oh, it's because of those. That's because of my eggs. It's my eggs, you know. That's what makes that gorgeous. Someone else is like, nah, mate. It's my flour. Oh, it's definitely the flour that makes it. Someone else over there is like, no, it must be the butter. I can't believe it's not butter. But why? What was it, Frank? Frank, what was it? It was polish. It's not real. I'm kidding. It's butter. Right. No, it's my beets that make it like that. Someone else is like, it's just fucking cake, mate. Calm down. Now, why stop there? I mean, if we've all got ego... Oh, it's a good bit of star, that. Oh, I can just taste the sunlight from here. Oh, yeah. I can also taste the seasons. Oh, I can taste a good summer, that. Oh, I can also taste the darkness in it. Oh. A few full moons. Oh, I can also taste the moon in this cake. Oh, I can taste all of the evolution of the Soho. The you-know. Oh, it's like I can taste God in it myself. All of those ingredients coming together, right? Because it took a lot of that. Sorry, I'm just, I think that was a little bit of evolution just coming out there. Oh, all that bacteria in there that came together and... Oh, who would have thought this tastes so good, this cake? You see how ego doesn't really work?
Yeah.
Well, it does, maybe. Oh, I can even taste raindrops. Oh, yeah, that's my flour, that. No, that's my chicken, mate. That also took to drink some water. Fuck's sake. No, it's the butter. Yeah, because cows drink milk, don't they? Yes. They don't, but you ask someone, what do cows drink? Milk? Sure, that's right. They drink water. Young ones drink milk. You can taste the rain from here. No, it's my beets that sucked up that water.
That was the grass that the cow was eating.
Yeah, probably more so. Again, the grass that it's eating. And even the blades of grass are like, don't forget about us, sons of bitches.
Then it gets into the milk and... Oh, okay.
destroy an ego since 2024. No, I'm just kidding. Still, it's okay to have a little bit of ego, but to come together with all of these things. I mean, could you imagine that if Edison's like, it's my light. What's it for? Well, you just here, look. Yeah, but it's my fucking house, though. Yeah, but I made the telephone. Yeah, but it's my power, though. Yeah, but I got the gas. Oh, my fucking days. When you pour all these ingredients together, don't they really work? When you combine it. And then we can combine some more, combine it. And then this makes life easier for all of us. To then go on to find more ingredients to come together, to make more creations, to then combine it further. Just a bit like the understanding of the beetle, the dung beetle. I like rolling shit. Because that's what it's doing, isn't it? Essentially. It doesn't favour that pile of shit over there to this pile of shit here. Nope, it's all going together. Make some good ingredients here. Oh no, I just died. And another beetle's like, wait a minute. Ooh, it's already... keep rolling this. Interesting. And then what else are the ingredients that come in to make a good habitat? Plants. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Humans. Animals.
Yeah.
A little bit of oxygen in there. Technology. Lighting. How can we stick a value on all of that? How can you stick value on it? How can you make it cost something? That's the thing, I find this absolutely barbaric. How do you charge people for that? And then God's standing there like, where the fuck is mine? Wait. Oh, I think I'm getting a shit deal here. I don't even get any appreciation anymore. No one says thank you, God, or anything. No. Bastards. By that writing and understanding this, I'm going to take your banks to the cleaners. Could you imagine? Being like, but that's calm down, dear. Yes, I know, wife, but still, they piss me off. No, I'm just kidding. All of it coming together. Interesting. There we are. Gonna leave it there. I am gonna leave it there. So yeah, missing link, and I think it's this way. It's sort of like our cocoon. The chrysalis. Geode, whatever. And then the next bit of that transformation versus the butterfly. And humans with a magnetic field. I'm pretty sure they're going to look like little butterflies, to be honest. Little bit of interference from a solar flare. I think this is going to play with the magnetic field. It's going to make us look like we've got wings. So again, the more you're in space, you're going to evolve to generate a magnetic field. On the Earth, you don't really need to. Well, evolution doesn't go backwards. I beg to differ. Maybe it didn't go backwards, but you mean to tell me that it can't power down slightly? You're still generating a magnetic field, just no way near as potent. Then when you leave Earth's magnetic field, it's going to kick that up a gear, give more energy to it. Which then naturally is going to make you more and more stronger to radiation. It's quite interesting, isn't it? That is a very interesting thing. But it doesn't kick up a gear until you leave. And then you're going to change in, I think, the feet. Interesting. It's going to be the feet. You know, also, reproduction is very difficult in space. In the human ways. What if you had hands? Here and here, and locked on, and your feet were hands? someone else's hands. Do you think that reproducing will be easier this way? It's going to be interesting to say the least, but barely take any effort. For every force, there is a counteraction force. I know this one makes you laugh a little bit, but it's something to think about, though. That is going to change too. So, again, it was one of the things that science did ask, actually. I think I saw this on some documentary many years ago, over decades ago, that would be something that would be, how does that work? It's a subject where everyone gets a little bit bashful, or perhaps no one wants to look at. It's also a bit like piss and shit. People don't want to look at this waste product coming. If you don't look at that and study it, then you are going to build up with a lot of this, and the resources are going to convert into a waste product. Bones is another one. If you got a lot of bone, you're crystallizing. That energy's going somewhere. What are you going to do with the bone? Start building fucking shelters out of it? Oh dear, Fred. Calm down. So no, the bones have to go, and there's already this knowing that seems to already understand this process. So it'll break down much more easier when we pass on. And again, living longer. That again also stops the bone ratio, and it also stops the death ratio, so that slows that down. Also energy. How much energy do you think it takes to keep you walking on the planet standing upright? You are fighting that force constantly. What about in space? That's one thing that I don't think we ever ask seriously enough. How much energy do we need? Has the heart got to beat as fast to pump the blood around? Probably not. Do we require that much energy when we're just floating around? Energy levels are going to increase. Therefore, is that going to be a reduction in what you eat? Therefore, a reduction in your waste. That is very interesting, don't you think? And then, how does that look for your organs going forwards? That's taking a massive pressure off of your organs. Sure, some organs utilize the planet's pressure or gravity. But again, and sometimes I think yes, and then sometimes I think no, because you lay down, right? Eat something all day and then lay down and then... So again, these things never get asked, and reproduction is another one. How does that look? How does that work in a situation like that? Well, it makes most sense to be this way. Well, that's a prediction I make. I think it's going to come true.
Yeah.
Magnetic field. Cool, that will look beautiful. That also does something else about companionship, doesn't it? Love. True love. The fact that everybody wants to have that. Next to flying. How about floating? Yeah, that'll do. Thought you'd say that. You know our hands already plunge together anyway, don't you? We already have a large level of suction plunger on this as it is. You know that?
Yeah.
And also fingerprints. Yeah. If you push them right, you can push the air out and you feel it. Yeah. That's already on your hands as it is. So will that develop further? That's another question entirely. So bones, cartilage. So inertia, again, should be easily dealt with, I think.
Yeah.
The body's going to evolve, so it's going to go through this process. This is just quicker because it's the butterfly on Earth, right? So it's figuring out, it's got to go up, it's got to wait for the wings to develop. And we're going to have a moment in humanity's history where they're not even going to be aware of it because it happens gradually. bit like aging happens gradually and you don't really notice it until you've taken a picture from one time, taken another picture, and then side by side. Whoa. Okay, all right, I'm seeing some differences now. Cool, I'm slightly peppered here, haven't I? So you then begin, oh, the crow's feet. Oh, they're definitely something now. Bit more predominant now. So you notice that aging process looking back. And again, if we, with AI, and we're in a society where we're constantly whizzing by, right? And we see all the lights going by and everything else. But to study a human in that growth ratio and over X amount of decades, and then you've done 50 years worth of watching humans grow. Even if you just get a snippet, they walk past this area, you know, from one module to the other, and they get a snapshot. A 5-second video taken of them each time they do that. And then you speed this up. So you've done that for every day for 500 years. That's if humans are living that long. Let's say they're not. Let's say they're in the same ratio as now. You'll begin to notice variations in growth and there's subtle changes that you just don't notice because it's happening very slowly. So yeah, I think we'll go through a rapid, it will be quite rapid, where humans start developing a little different, and then there will be that stable where it then just perfects it. So the larger effects squash and squeeze and all right, this works. All right, found it. It settles. And once it's settled into that, then it starts taking care of just the little crafts around, you know, just need to smooth it around. No more chiseling needs to be done. Now it's just a little polish. And then that's when you'll stay. So to say then, religion, you'll probably need to align with that. God's image is many images. And then would God create his image just to make you feel safe? To look like you? To see God in its truest form? You might not notice it. Because what the fuck is that? So if it appears to you in human format, and then later on it's going to appear in what? This format? It doesn't mean that it's none of those things. It's all of those things and more, right? If you understand that. Depending on what you label this as. I can see how it poses a spanner in the works, but if we go back to this. In order for it to be heard, it must blend. And then this opens up the door for other life forms, and there are other life forms. It's going to appear to them in the exact same way as they are. The more you evolve, the more you grow, the more you'll come to understand that. And what's really great about that is when religions go to space, yes, and anything, take it to space. What happens if you meet other life forms? This one is more spirituality, I want to call that. That covers it all, does it? Religion is spirituality. That's also like mediums and just a different way of explaining which way this. And then if you meet other life forms and you get up on that topic of that, how amazing is that? And then remember their ingredients versus your ingredients. If you were to combine, you make a better flavored cake. Existence being the cake. And they have their versions of religion, and you'll have this understanding that fills in a puzzle piece. What's that puzzle piece? Well, you said this, yeah, but we said that. Whoa. God makes us have paradigm shifts? It looks like it, yeah. And then some of the clues that were discovered through them of what they understand that force as and what you understand it as. There's going to be a baseline that is identical, but how that baseline is wrapped up and interpreted is going to be different. Does it mean that we need to argue with one another of who's right? No, it means to find the baseline that aligns. And then you're like, whoa, that's interesting. Hey, wait, and even our journey as well. Ours was like this, and this. We went through these times, these moments. We had a lot of wars and destruction. Oh, it was absolutely terrible. They were throwing shit out of windows at people, caused loads of plagues because they wouldn't give people food, and people were eating the leftovers. They took away the lands from them as well, so they couldn't grow anything anyway. Never mind getting the seeds. So these people became desperate and ate a lot of strange stuff that you wouldn't always necessarily eat, and it nearly caused a whole extinction of the species. Oh, we had something similar actually. It wasn't quite like that. There's loads of war. Yeah, we had that, and then we had a peaceful time. That's how we were able to, communicate with you because you were friendly. We figured that we'd gone through that, but we're still very cautious that it could be. But we often knew that if we took these steps out, we had to come together and share. When we were able to do that, we knew that we went a lot further, a lot faster, a lot more, creating this thing called life to become the creators by all putting our pieces of our ingredients into the pot. Selflessly, like perhaps this baseline did for all of us to rise up on. It hasn't really once asked us for anything that we follow the path. Why? Because you kind of got a lot of things underneath you that need looking after. And could you imagine that with this baseline, whatever it is? It's like, oh, I really got to do something about these. What am I going to do? These are not taking care of these. Now, what about these over here? Look, calm down, dear. I know, but still, look at these. I just don't interfere. Just leave them. Give them a chance. Okay, yes, but but I wouldn't do that. You see, I know. Let them find a way. Find a way. And they learn to come together and be selfless. These ones too. Now that selfless behavior from advanced life forms then becomes selfless again. And you're going to need it. You're going to need it. Fucking hell. Humanity will need it. If you stay here much longer breeding with one another, you damage the gene pool. You need other life coming in. That information, it has to be done. By that time, you will be very advanced with the equipment to then understand this. You see, this is why it's very important to not diminish the numbers too much. Well, it's up to you to do so or not. I think a nuclear war would not be a good idea. This is one fundamental thing that you are. Machines are just not there. Well, maybe they are behind the scenes, but no. Often rush ahead, yes? Even if you were to catalogue all of that stuff from humans, yeah? It stops evolving. And then you isolate it. It's not evolving. Whereas it's walking around like you're evolving. You don't realise it, even all the pieces in you. And then this collection of coming together versus this, and this. An outside feed. Sometimes being too sterile can trigger this. It's not about sterile, it's about understanding what is to be accepted into that in order to keep the build-up going. I mean, it's a small inconvenience versus a long-term longevity all round coming together in that type of sharing. It's a very interesting thing, isn't it? So two-faced, isn't it? The more numbers, the more variations, the more this. Yeah, and animals are going to start to change too. They're going to fundamentally look different. Can you imagine that? With pictures, taking all of those pictures of all the animals on the planet and then traveling into space. Many generations go by. And then what? One day they look back at history and see the weirdness in the animals and you. Some will see beauty in that and will feel something. Others will look at it and think, whoa. Like looking at fucking dinosaurs now, wouldn't it? Because you've grown in this version of seeing them like that. Then you'll see an evolution because you're now looking back and there's enough recorded data by this point. You understand that? Growing more and more computers, which is basically holding memory. So it can hold a memory of a snapshot in time. And if this stuff is capable of being rendered each time to bring it up to modern, so an old photo gets brought up into modern times. So it looks the same quality as what you see it now.
Yeah.
That can be done. Imagine doing this with a further history and then looking through a flick book of the whole evolution played in one very, very quick video for the generations that exist then of being able to see how that is. All of those changes, that's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something that your ancestors could only imagine. Now you're seeing it outside of you and in real time. And you can stop it at any moment and zoom in, pay attention to the background as well, because that's evolving too. There was loads of ice. Could you imagine it then? And it melts, gets hot. Then big winter, small winter. Then when you start looking at the background, then it goes from that cycling, this cycling, that cycling, and then it goes onto a ship, and the background is all moving and changing, and that is huge. You're able to show this to another species, and they would have done the same. I'm almost sure of it. Where did we come from? Well, here. Then you've got enough data to know how it's growing this way. Can you reverse it? Well, we can't go past this point, but with all of this data looking at it this way, it's on a trajectory this way. So yes, we can. We think. It might be looking like this. And then, if you could film the whole universe, and then be able to play it in a singular, from start to finish, so it didn't take very long to watch it. What, 30 minutes of your time to watch the cycle? Would tell you a lot, wouldn't it? And then that's looking backwards as opposed to already having that information. And so are you predicting or are you remembering? That's a difference, isn't it? Precognitive, postcognitive, isn't it? Precognition, postcognition. What's the one for a cycle? Cycling cognition.
Don't know.
And I have no idea, but you know.
No.
Yeah, so right now I'm in a really good, I could keep diving into this, but there is more. There is so much more. Right, I'm going to go and eat. I'm going to devour a pack of oranges is what I'm going to have.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave this right here. But yeah, again, intelligence is the ability, but there's also a test to it. How intelligent? The missing link. It's invisible, but it is visible. You see, because I wanted to draw this with the humans starting off as baby, starting off as then, you know, middle age, and then but it didn't fit because of this process. It's like, so that didn't work. And there is another chain past this as well that I can go off in another direction. You see, I went downwards deliberately. But there is another one that's unique to us in this way, that you can then start with this ratio here. You can then go, well, backwards, because then you can start using machines. Artificial lungs, I don't know, we could do a heart, kidney, whatever, it doesn't matter, kidneys, liver. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then this is going to have a knock-on effect, because what? That can then be put back into this process, can't it?
Okay.
At what stage do you put that in?
Mm-hmm.
And again, they have a missing link. Their missing link is their branch of going off this way. And I started noticing that there were more missing links, but they're not accidental, they're deliberate. So we are being tested, you would have to say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have the intelligence to do something about it. You have the knowledge to see it. And then when you begin to branch this way, you can combine it.
Mm-hmm.
And theirs was missing then. That's the one thing I noticed, was that this one's missing here, but they have it. So then I branch this way. Okay, now got it. But we also can go this way. Okay, but they now don't have that. They have no capability to be able to put machine into them in order to do that. But once again, intelligent life forms do. And now you're living like a creator.
Okay.
Then it helps you understand how many humans does it take to create this? How many generations, how much of the universe does it take to create it? This is then when you'll say God, and I go to Egyptians, gods. It's sort of, we walk the path towards this. Many different variations of life, or many different versions of thought of how life could be. Working with a force that's higher than that. Oh, I suppose that's possible. Yeah, what about if it had a little bit of this, the intelligence? What about if it, human but longer? Bigger ears. What about wings? What if it could fly? What if it could live in water? What if it could live in iron? I don't know, just... It poses that, is it or isn't it question, doesn't it? Is there something more or is there not? Something more made a version of something. Once it's taught, it knows. Then it can teach. And the more it teaches, the more it learns, and then the more it can learn to then know. Then both know. But couldn't have done it one without the other. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that a very interesting process? But the intelligence. Not money, not status, not wealth. Intelligence, but not just intelligent, combined intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of combining this stuff together. Like it's all been combined on a planet. Then it's all been combined. Then combining artificial intelligence with intelligence. Again, combine it. On its own, yeah, outside of you it's impressive. But inside you, fuck me, I live longer. I can do all of this shit. Now I can go down to depths of the water. I can do this. Combined intelligence, once again. When you combine stuff, combine ingredients on their own. Yeah. What the hell is that? It's flour. This stuff. What is that? That's butter. And this stuff? Oh, that's a bit. What the hell is that? It's not very good on its own. And then you combine it. Then combine a bit of heat to it. A little bit of cooling, a little bit of this. Eat too much of that, I'm going to shift through the eye of a needle. So, you know, better wait for it to be cooked. Then it rises, and that is pretty fucking good. All those things coming together. Do you know what else is coming together? My fucking taste buds and teeth. Bit of saliva in there as well. I think it's my saliva that adds it, that little, you know. People are like, you know what? That's fucking true, isn't it? Yes, you're adding your enzymes to it too. Which just so happened to be all the stuff I drank this morning, you know? Some of that spraying in your saliva as well. Anyway, interesting, right? Gonna leave it there.